So usually when I come on camera with literally no makeup on, that means two things. Either there is a task going on, or we're doing kind of a get ready with me, and we will do this kind of get ready with me. First off, let's please ignore the hair, because half of my hair is still wet. The other half is nature, like air dried, and this is like the fizzy shit texture that I have in my hair. But I do have an appointment at my hairdresser, and I don't know when you will see this video, I probably already have the new hair. But what I'm planning to do is I want to cut off like, I don't know, 5 or 6 centimeters. And when that is done, I will refresh my blonde a little bit. You seem to really enjoy the assumptions video that I did. So I thought, instead of doing like another assumptions thing, I am going to do a get ready with me where I just tell you some facts about myself. And because I'm a lazy piece of shit, I have no idea how many facts these are going to be. So it is possible that the name of this video is something like 34.5 facts about me or something like that. But this is also not going to be a full get ready with me, because I want to take this chance to like do a couple videos in once, since after that I will film finally the looks with the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. But if you don't want to wait, here is a sneak peek inside. And you can also go over to my Instagram account. There I have a dupes post already where I swatched the I Need a Nude in one row and the dupe shades in the second row. So this video is also the first one that I filmed with the new microphone, and the fact that you see this video means that the sound is good or good enough. And I tried now 3 microphones in different settings, and now I decided to go with the Rode cat hair with the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which is a bit of an investment for a microphone. And what I want to do is I want to talk about like the pure facts about myself without going into a like deeper explaining mode. You know, I would just basically tell you some facts, maybe say 1 or 2 sentences about that, but I don't want to ramble and in the end tell you only 5 facts or so. I try to incorporate as many as possible. I was born and raised in Germany, specifically the eastern side of Germany, but I have Russian roots. My mother is originally from Russia and she came to Germany in, I think, 1988. Sad enough, I do not speak Russian. I never learned it. And when I came in that grade at my school where I had to choose a second language, they basically didn't do Russian anymore, so I had to choose French. Which, to be honest, I don't speak a single word French. I am a very, very intense lover of music. That means I myself do play the piano. I used to play accordion for 12 or 13 years, I think. I also know how to play drums, guitar. I also learned to play the violin, but I really failed at that. And I had singing lessons for a longer time, so actually my heart is all in music. Two of my cousins do live in Sweden. They are like in the middle part of Sweden, and I also have someone from a family who lives in the States. I think she's there now since, I don't know, 2009, 2010 maybe, so quite a long time now. About 10 years ago, I had the amazing opportunity to go to England, and I used to live with a guest family in London, and I worked also in London for a very short amount of time. That was like an organized thing that the school did at my apprenticeship. My husband and I, we do live together since the first day of our relationship. So that means Basically, the day that we got together as a couple was the day he moved into my apartment. Besides makeup and music, I do not have any creative talent whatsoever. I can paint, but I do paint by numbers. I was addicted to shopping in my early 20s, and still to this day I do struggle with that. Actually, right now at this point, I'm struggling with somewhat of the last bits of that shopping addiction, but I do have a very supportive husband, so that means every single thing that I buy or that I want to buy, I can discuss with him very, very open. Spending 150 or more euro on a foundation or in general on a makeup item does not bother me at all. But when it comes to clothes and somebody is telling me that the pair of jeans is like 50 euro, I'm like, nope, I'm out. Besides a couple of friends from my university, nobody knows what I'm doing here. Besides, of course, my husband, he knows it, but he doesn't know under what name. So that leads me to the next thing. This is not my real name. This is an online name, but it's my real personality. I grew up with a dog. It was a German Shepherd, but unfortunately she died in my teens, and sometimes I do still miss her, even though this is like 20 years now. Long ago, but you know, a dog or like your pet, an animal, it's part of the family. In all of my life, I attended 2 funerals. One was from my uncle. He died like 15 years ago or so, but we weren't close at all. And the other one was my grandma. That is 2.5 years ago. Yeah, no, this year it will be 2 years. She died of COVID in 2021. I barely party, like actually I never party at all. That means I am super, super boring. My perfect Friday evening is staying at home, and when my husband wants to play on the like PS5 or Xbox, I will sit at the dining table, put on a TV show like CSI, or currently I'm rewatching Pretty Little Liars for the like 6th time or so, and I do something creative like painting my numbers, or I did diamond painting for a long, long time. But that is the perfect Friday evening. I am very, very impatient in a way that if I have an idea of something that I want to do now, I want to do it now. And I want to have the most possible best equipment ever to do this now. I do struggle a lot of FOMO, especially when it comes to makeup releases and stuff. And it takes either a lot of willpower or too much powder in my lungs, or it must be really so uninteresting to me that I will not buy a product. Otherwise, I am one of those persons who is constantly like checking the website if it's on a sale or if I can buy it just now. And sometimes I have to admit it's just for the sake of having it instead of the sake of using it. I do struggle with mental health since I was 12. I was already in a psychiatric hospital, and I also was once in the closed psychiatric department. That is basically for people who are against their will there because they have to, because one of my ex-boyfriends, he called the police because he thought I will suicide myself, which I clearly didn't, but he did, and I had luck. He basically decided that I'm not a risk for myself whatsoever, so I was able to go after like a day, but still it was kind of shocking. To this day, I still struggle with mental health things, and it gets better every day, but there are days where it's harder. Nobody actually ever asked under one of the swatch photos or in the swatch videos, which I think is quite surprising, because from my experience with the internet, people are like They know no limits, so they will ask you anything, no matter how appropriate this is or not. But I do have scars on my wrist because I used to cut myself. Let's do some fun facts now, because this was like very, very serious. But maybe this helps some of you. I feel like everything that has to do with mental illness or like mental health in general is still to this day kind of a topic that nobody wants to talk about, but we have to talk about that. We have to talk about what we are struggling with, because then we finally see we're not alone with that. But let's talk about some fun facts. My favorite TV show of all time is Hannibal. And my husband knows that. If Mads Mikkelsen, who plays Hannibal at the TV show, would knock on my door and be like, come on, let's go, I would go immediately, because Mads Mikkelsen is like, I don't want to say I'm obsessing over him, but I don't mind seeing photos of him every day in my Instagram feed. Like, you know, I have a sweet spot for elder or older man. Let's say that sounds a bit better than elderly. But at the same time, my husband is 2 years younger than me. My second favorite TV show is actually Doctor Who. And if you don't know what Doctor Who is, holy fuck, what's wrong with you? Like, this is the longest running science fiction TV show on this planet. On this specific planet, because you know Doctor Who, and there are more planets than one and more universes than one. And I cannot wait for the 60-year special in November. I am literally shitting my pants because David Tennant is back as a doctor. And if you're a Doctor Who fan, please comment down below. Are you team David Tennant or team Matt Smith? Because I'm clearly team David Tennant. Like, he's the best doctor. 10th is the best. Although I have to say that the stories with 11 are very interesting, like the whole Amy Rory thing, the whole Impossible Girl thing, like this is just chef's kiss. And I'm so happy that the writers of the David Tennant and Matt Smith era are now back for the new season with, oh, I forgot his name, the new doctor, Nukti, not sure, but he is one of the main actors in the Netflix series Sex Education, I think, and I cannot wait to see him as a doctor. My taste in music is super random. One of my current obsession bands is actually Bad Omens. And I'm still a little bit baffled about the fact that I was not able to catch a ticket for the European tour, because they are in Berlin, and Berlin is near to me. Like, I drive three and a half hours to Berlin. So it would be so nice to see them live, but I'm pretty sure they will come to Germany anytime soon again, so I will catch a ticket then. When it now comes to opinions and acceptance on people, I am someone who, I call myself, I'm the I don't care party, because personally, I do not care who is in front of me. I don't care if you're a man, if you're a girl, if you're trans, if you are a man but you identify as a tree. I don't care if you're gay, lesbian, or pan, or whatever kind of sexuality is out there. As long as you are happy with that, as long as it is legal what you do, and as long as you try not to shove that down my throat, I will not care for that. Because it's your life and you have to live that life, not me. Although I like Disney movies from my childhood, I hate the new Disney movies. I don't like the real life adaptations. I don't need that. I never asked for that. My parents and I went on vacation a lot of times to Scandinavia. So I used to be a lot of the times when I went to vacation with my parents in Sweden, Norwegian, and once I was on a glacier in, I think it was Norwegian, where you can, or you were able to go on a glacier. I'm not too sure. By the way, I'm really sorry. I kind of am tongue twisted today, so I have to repeat a lot of sentences today, and I feel like I'm not very natural. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired. I sometimes feel a bit misplaced in this world because I just don't understand modern society and how how we are just constantly offended by shit. It's just not for me, and I ignore that. So if you feel offended by shit that I say, I'm not sorry. But I feel offended by my hair because it's just yellow or like too warm. But I will fix that next week, or maybe when you see this video, I already fixed it. So that's it for the enter a certain number of facts about me. I hope you like that more calmed down version of this video without a lot of laughter and a lot of sarcasm. I just wanted to be just very honest because you seem to be just the same nosy bitch as I am. So thank you for watching. Tell me some facts about you in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.